Are you fighting against life's rhythms without even realizing it? You wake up to notifications, rush to work, push through endless tasks, and by the time you look up, the day is gone. Everything feels rushed, disconnected. You're exhausted, yet you don't know why. We live in a world designed for speed and efficiency, but in chasing productivity, we lose something deeper, our natural pace. Nature doesn't rush, yet everything gets done. So why are we so out of sync? If you've ever felt burnt out, misaligned, or stuck in routines that don't nourish you, it's time to stop forcing the flow and start moving with it. Let's talk about Dehesis, the Taoist pillar of harmony with nature and the self. 3 simple but powerful practices can help you realign, so you stop fighting time and start living in rhythm. Life isn't meant to be a constant battle against the clock. The sun rises and sets, seasons shift, rivers carve their path, not by forcing, but by coursing on. Yet, we treat time as an enemy, pushing ourselves through unnatural schedules, draining routines, and rigid expectations. Dehesis is about breaking free from that cycle. It's about learning to align with the natural world, and in doing so, rediscovering balance within yourself. In the next few minutes, we'll explore 3 key Taoist techniques to help you reconnect with nature's tempo. Sync your life with your own energy pulse and live sustainably in a way that benefits both you and the breathing ecosystem you live in. Let's dive in. Creating time to hike, garden, or engage with natural environments. How often do you actually stop and observe the world around you? Not just glance at the sky before work, not just walk past a tree on the way to your car, but truly notice the shifting clouds, the way leaves move in the wind, the rolling of waves on the shore. Most of us never do this. We rush through our day, glued to screens, trapped in artificial spaces. And the further we disconnect from nature, the more we lose our own sense of balance. Without awareness, you move through life on autopilot. Stress builds, fatigue lingers. You feel mentally drained, but you don't know why. With Dehesis, practicing daily nature observation. Instead of rushing through your day, you pause for 5 to 10 minutes to simply watch the pulse of nature, the sunrise, the movement of water, the sway of trees. You observe, you reflect, you absorb. Over time, something shifts. You start feeling more present, calmer, more attuned to your own pace. You're starting to realize that nature isn't just something outside of you, it's something you're part of. When you learn to observe nature, you learn to move with it. Now let's talk about how you can align your daily routine with your personal rhythm. Supporting sustainability initiatives in workplace culture. Ever felt out of sync, like you're forcing yourself to work when your mind is foggy, or trying to rest when your thoughts are racing? That's because we don't respect our natural cycles. We push through exhaustion, ignore when we're at our peak, and wonder why we feel constantly off balance. You might wake up tired, yet force yourself through rigid routines. You work even when you're drained. You rest when your mind is restless. Over time, burnout becomes your baseline. With Dehesis, practicing rhythmic alignment. Instead of forcing productivity, you track your energy cycles. You notice when you're naturally alert and when you need to recharge. At work, you start aligning tasks with this energy. High-focus work during peak hours. Lighter, restorative tasks during low-energy periods. Instead of pushing against your tempo, you flow with it. And this doesn't just apply to individuals, it transforms workplace culture. Imagine a workplace that truly honors natural productivity cycles, offering flexible schedules, natural light, outdoor breaks. Sustainability isn't just about green initiatives, it's about creating systems that actually work with human energy. When we synchronize with our environment, we achieve more with less effort. Let's talk now about how small, daily actions can shift not just your rhythm, but the world around us. Teaching students about sustainable practices. Most people care about sustainability, but few integrate it into their daily choices. We think of eco-conscious living as something huge, complicated, or distant. But real environmental harmony begins with small, intentional actions. You often hear about climate change, but it feels abstract. You recycle occasionally, but your habits aren't truly connected to the bigger picture. Sustainability stays an intellectual idea and not an embodied practice. With Dehesis, practicing acts of eco-harmony. Instead of just talking about sustainability, you start living it. You choose one small daily action at a time, aligning you more and more with the planet's rhythms. Now imagine teaching this to the next generation, not through lectures, but through direct experience. A teacher who brings students into nature, who shows them how to plant, compost, and reduce waste, who jumps from the theory of why they should to the practical steps with them. This shift doesn't just help the planet, it slowly transforms how people relate to it. By choosing one conscious act each day, we go from passive observers of nature to active participants in its balance. Every day you have a choice: push against the current or entwine with it. Dahesis offers 3 essential methods to reconnect with your own pace in the natural world. Daily nature observation to learn from life's patterns and restore balance. Rhythmic alignment practice to restructure routines in sync with your natural energy. Acts of eco-harmony to build small daily actions threading through sustainability and harmony. Nature doesn't force, it simply unfolds. And when you do the same, life transforms. Which of these practices speaks to you the most? Drop a comment below and tell us, how will you realign with yourself and nature this week? And if you're ready to deepen your practice, subscribe and be part of the Taoist journey. Stop fighting your organic flow, start moving with it.